Welcome to this episode of Locked In. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you guys my bike setup I'm going to be running for Grinduro in 2019. It's going to be my first time doing it, and I want to let you guys know what bike I'm taking, what gear I'm running on it, and a little update on my training and why I chose this bike. So I'm going to be running my Giant TCX. Now don't worry, the Poseidon X is still going to be around. I'm going to be focusing that bike on cyclocross for this season, so I'm not constantly swapping parts. So I'm going to be doing the Giant for two reasons. One, it is about 3 pounds lighter, roughly, with a similar setup between the Poseidon and the Giant, and with 6,500 feet of climbing that day and me not being where I'd love to be training-wise, that is going to take into account. And the bike is a little bit more comfortable overall because it is a full carbon frame with full carbon seat posts as well. It is a little bit nicer of a ride, and it has a little bit bigger tire clearances. Okay, there's 3 reasons. So what I'm going to be running on that bike is my Industry 9 Ultralight 650B wheels. They are going to be wrapped in my Maxxis tire setup, which is a Icon 2.2 tire in the front and an Aggressor 2.0 tire in the back. Now I was running a Pace 2.1 on the Giant wheels that I did have, but when I put that tire on the Ultralights, since it is a slightly wider rim, I actually had some slight rubbing issues. So I didn't want to have that be a problem during Grinduro, so I sized down in the tire. Even though it is a 2.0, realistically, it plumps up to about a 2.1 anyway. Now that tire choice, I'm going to feel free to comment below on what you would have run. My other tire I was going to run was the Venture. The only reason why, and I'm probably over-tired for this race, because there is a good road section, is the descent. It is a tight technical downhill, and that's definitely not my forte, so I figured I'd rather grip up for that than run something that's faster kind of everywhere else. So the Ventures were going to be my number 2 tire, and after the event, I'll obviously report back on if that was a smart choice or what you guys should run, or if I should have just gone 700C with like a 45 or something like that. So tire choice aside, gearing, I'm going to be running a 36 in the front with a 946 in the rear. Now that does seem super low, but I want that because, again, in 65 miles, we're doing 6,500 feet of climbing, so we're going to be climbing a lot. I want to save the legs so I can actually, make it through the race more comfortably, as well as since I have that 9 in the back, even though I have a 36 in the front, gear ratio-wise, I actually have more top end than I would have with an 11 and a 40 in the front, which is what a standard Shimano cassette would be with a standard chainring that most guys would run. So it's going to feel like basically having 1142 in the front, but on the back end, I'm going to get a 36-46 climbing ratio, which is great. So that's the gear ratio I'm going to be running. I'm going to be riding my tried and true power saddle and my 120 millimeter Redshift stem. That has been a godsend. I haven't taken that thing off the bike since I've reviewed it, and it's definitely going to be good for a long day out on the gravel. Handlebar wise, currently I have my Easton AX bars on there. I've been debating on putting the wood chippers that I have on the Poseidon on that bike, so I still haven't decided that. I've been going kind of back and forth between the two to see what I like. I kind of like having the wider bar, but on the tight technical stuff, the slightly more narrow 42 bars on the Giant might pay off or be okay for the day. So I want to switch those bars out eventually, but I'm still kind of up in the air if I should for this event. Lastly, the group set is SRAM Apex. It is hydraulic disc brakes. Nothing really modified on that. It's a stock setup besides the jockey wheels that I did swap out for the rear. And that's it. I wish this bike had extra down tube mounts. I might be throwing on a bottle mount, but this event is very well supported, so I don't think water is going to be an issue. And I will be running a front handlebar bag from Kai Venture Bags to basically carry some nutrition I want to bring on my own, as well as obviously my camera setup to vlog, extra batteries, things like that. And I heard for most years it is a lot chillier in the morning for the first stage or two, so I might need to be bringing some arm warmers, gloves, and a vest that I would be eventually taking off because of the heat. So I want to have enough room, and that bag basically fits everything perfectly. And I will have a saddlebag if I need the extra room for putting my tools underneath this rear seat, but I'd like to kind of all keep it in there if I can. So that's really it for my bike setup. Let me know in the comments below if you've done Grinduro or similar events, or have done that event, and what tires you guys ran. Lastly, a little training update. I've definitely tapered off near this last week or two before the race. I am going to be trying to do some more rear world riding this week, just to get a better feel for this tire setup. I've ridden it for quite a while, so I'm not necessarily new to it, but the rear tire is somewhat new to me, but I've ridden that Icon front for quite a while. So that's where I'm going to be at. Please make sure to subscribe and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to be obviously posting stuff from Grinduro when I'm there, as well as obviously creating a vlog and just talking to you guys about how the event went what I liked, what I didn't like, did I survive, and much, much more. So thanks for watching this episode of Locked In.
Let's get locked in today. Bike tutorial.